trouble finding the motivation to just get up off the sofa. The woman you are about to see has every reason to just sit there, but instead, she's challenged her mind and her body to take part in the MS 150. Here's her inspiring story.
I'm Fran Wallis, and I'm 59 years old. A large part of my happiness involves being on a bike, and I feel like a child again. I woke up one morning in December of 1989 and was unable to see out of my right eye, and I was then diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. It was hard to believe that I could ever do the things that I used to be able to do. It was, for me, my worst nightmare. My life with MS has been the loss of my vision, my identity, and almost my life. But then in 2005, I was given an unbelievable gift. That year I met one of our team captains, Jeff. Jeff actually made a dream come true for me. He built a tandem bicycle, and he gave me the gift of actually being able to cross the finish line in Austin. Those moments on the bike actually make me forget that I have MS. Now this year, I'm able to ride on a bike and cross the finish line. I'm living my life again. I'm having so much fun.
And Fran joins us in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
We realize, not fully, but how sometimes it's just an effort to get out of bed in the morning and get up here, so we appreciate you being here.
You're welcome.
When you first get diagnosed with something like this, and I have several friends and a cousin who was diagnosed with MS, you don't know what to do. You feel so all alone. When they say MS, you're like, well, what does that mean? So one thing that's very important for you is to make sure there's support out there, and you have a support group.
Yes, I do. I'm actually privileged to be a co-leader of a self-help group called New Beginnings. We have pretty much erased the word can't from our vocabulary, and it's what we can do and how we can support each other. And each day is a new beginning, particularly when you're facing a chronic illness.
And in that new beginning, are there things that you realize that you got back to the basics? We get so busy in our life and we realize that the problems that we thought we had really aren't problems. Did you find yourself getting back more to the basics of what life is about?
Oh yes, most especially in 2003 when I became more severely ill. What happened then was I had to decide to not continue working and do long-term disability.
Yeah. What is it like for you to arrive at the starting point and see hundreds of people out there, and then arrive at the ending point as well and see all these people out there working toward that one cause?
It's an unbelievable and astonishing moment. You begin in the wee hours of the morning. We arrive at the stadium about 5:30, and then we get onto the road and just riding. You see ahead of you, this is 13,000 riders and about 3,000 volunteers. But ahead of you on the road, as far as you can see to the horizon, are riders.
Yeah.
And you look back and the same thing, to the horizon there are riders, and you're saying, wow, this is a community of heroes for me that have come together to ride, to help support the research and the resources and the programs that are being developed at our Lone Star chapter.
It's amazing to see. And so if you can't ride, support someone who does.
Yes.
Because what you're doing is helping to support that research, as you mentioned, and maybe one day MS will be nothing more than a nuisance. But we got to get there.
Yes.
Thank you very much. By the way, that piece you just saw was put together by two of our interns, Stephanie and Zach, and you two did a beautiful job. Again, the annual MS 150 starts in Houston at Tully Stadium at 6:45. There are a couple of other starting points as well, but the finish line is in Austin at the state capitol. That's a long ride.
Yes, 165 miles.
You're made of a whole lot more than I am. Let me tell you, I'll pay you. How about that? Okay.